There we go. Alright. Alright, time to find... Hello everyone. I hope everyone's ready to learn something new today. Next time we meet will be our final exam. That means today is our last class actually. And the topic of the last class will be Pokemon forms. You can just think of forms as shapes. Just to think of forms as the shape and appearance they have. There's also a phenomenon called form change, where a Pokemon appearance changes under certain circumstances. Kaiser, for example, which we are upon, has 3 forms. First is its basic form that walks on 4. Second is its battle form, where it stands on hind legs and needs battle. Finally is its right form, where it inflates the sword stacks and its tail so we can run. I don't think I've ever seen that. Nope. Some spawn points are inhabited by a Pokemon. Those anyone. Heracross. I wish I was a Heracross. A Rotom does all sorts of things to help out. A Rotom inside a robot form is special, so it doesn't try to enter other electronics. Another Rotom, however, can change form by entering washing machines, microwave ovens, and other electronic appliances. Rotom is a bit exceptional, though. Many Pokemon that change form do so simply by holding an item or by having one of use them. Ortega, for example, has 4 different forms it can change between when given certain nectars. Pokemon may even change type or learn different moves when they change form. Form changes are different for evolution in that Pokemon can return to its original form. And unlike shiny Pokemon, which can't change their between its forms, there are a lot to dig into form change. You can see. You can all learn something from Pokemon, don't you think? I better should, but I'll happy to see you enjoy your time at the academy to your fullest and change form into a new version of yourselves. Or something like that anyway. Almost forgot. Regional forms which is based on the region Pokemon come from, don't change like the other forms. Oops, I guess I was scouting Mr. Jack right up to the end. I have a great time teaching all of you. I hope you do your best on the final exam. Thanks. I hope you... Last time we learned about probability using moves acting as an example. Probabilities can be quite interesting. Did you know that in a class with 40 students there are 90% chance that 2 of them will have the same birthday? It's true despite the fact that there are over 300 days each year. Wait. Okay, that's wait, I know that paradox. Oh, not this paradox. Let's move on to the topic of before we just on the probability. I've been teaching you how to calculate damages in a class using examples like type matchup, critical hits, peppers, and the like. All the variables are multiplied together to calculate damage dealt to an opponent. However, did you know that there is even a simpler way to increase the damage of your Pokemon moves? All of the moves that share the stab. If rock type uses a rock move, the move power of the 100 is may have similar types, but if ground uses Stone Edge, it may 100. Super effective moves and critical hits also add multipliers, so it's most certainly. Another question: if you understand what I'm talking about here, say your move has a power of 100. If a Pokemon shares the type with this move, use it, and hits an opponent that is weak to the type, what happens to the move's power? Okay, let's see. Super effective does double damage. So 200. Okay, 50 for damage. But then the first using a move that shares the same tempo power 100. The fact that opponents weak that move double the original power of the move ends up being tripled. Isn't that amazing? If a Pokemon terrorized and its type moves match one of the then a bonus it gets same. quadruples in power. Being able to use a lot of moves within a different type is a great way to... Yeah, your initiate characteristics are a wet woman. Bear in mind that is true of both humans and Pokemon. I'm sure to happy if you can hear those words. I suppose I really shouldn't share this basic advice right for our first lesson. My apologies. As that class is over, the last of our time together flew by in a blink of an eye. It was so much to be able to teach you all the... Next class will be a fun final exam. Be sure to review the materials well in preparation. Today. It's time for the last Salvador Lemon class. Esther, a response to test for answer. That is perfect for our level. Today we'll once again be having a listening. It says, Cha, its expression is happiness. Doesn't it make you break into a happy dance? It doesn't have to ask you to act. Simply show all that how it goes. Glad to meet so many new friends and studied. It makes me both me and my little future so very happy. And now a purpose of nothing. Let me give you one last word of advice. As you live your lives, I'm sure you will have times when you get mad or sad, and maybe even more than you would like. Everything has its ups and downs. Life is a veritable roller coaster. I find in the end there is surely happiness waiting for you. So regardless to where, keep a smile on your face, and even in the hardest times. When you're faced with a problem that you cannot handle alone, find someone to rely on, and be it a teacher, your family, your friends, anyone. Our next lesson will be our final exam. Be sure to review what we learned and in all our lessons so far. Again. My, how time flies, they say. Indeed, our time together has certainly flown by. It's hard to believe that this is our last lesson. And our topic for today may feel somewhat unrelated to art. There is absolutely no set definition as to what art should be. Therefore, let us carry on with the discussion and see where it takes us. There are two things I wish to focus on: ribbons and marks. Both ribbons and marks have special honors that capture Pokemon's qualities. There will be times when your Pokemon gives maximum effort or have noteworthy experience. Eventually, the feat and accomplishment, they're given a ribbon. To give an example, if you manage to become it may be granted the Best Friends ribbon. Incidentally, there is a person in Kafra who will give Pokemon a Best Friend ribbon. Marks, on the other hand, are mostly found on wild Pokemon when you meet them for the first time. They can symbol a character of Pokemon, such as a Rowdy mark or Vigor mark. And it's completely up to luck when you run into a Pokemon with these marks. So if you have to catch a Pokemon with the mark, rejoice in outstanding fortune. Does anyone know what special things you can do with a Pokemon? Wonderful. And the ribbons and marks can give it what's more, they can be sent into battle displaying a title of their choosing. Gibble has a best friend by declaring, "Gotta go, Gibble, the great friend." And while I know I just said marks are generally found already when you meet them for the first time, they said that more recently, Pokemon can be awarded certain marks based on their efforts. These marks are such as the Gourmet mark, the Identifier mark, the Punter mark, and so on. Perhaps it might be fun to try to work out how each mark uses its name as a clue. That's class. Next time, please review your material so you can first try. Last class together. Home economics is a study of life necessities. By looking back at a time like that, I realized that I focus entirely on food. Hope it's not too late to shift the discussion to clothing necessities in the last class. I'm sure you're aware that our academy has an air to freedom about it. We provide uniforms for each season. Our students are free to wear whichever style they wish to wear their place. You should all receive 4 steps when the academy accepted you. If by chance you are not aware of this, you may wish to persuade your wardrobe. As long as you wear our uniform, the rest of our ensemble needs not to be school issued. This includes your bag, your hat, you wear one. You're able to freestyle your hair however you wish. Mr. Sauber, Professor, for example, would almost certainly have been against school rules when I was a boy. That reminds me. There's one more thing you all like to decorate, which I must say is quite charming. I wish we could do dorm rooms. I'm fascinated by Rotom phones and how you customize them. What's that? How very interesting. So there's a shop called Deliver Press where you can purchase performance your Rotom case. I thank you for the useful bit of information. I shall have to go myself first thing tomorrow to get an adorable case of my own liking. Forgive me, I seem to have gotten a little carried away with that small talk. As the class known as Hold My Client near the end, I offer these flowers to you, who have been honing everyday life skill with me. The field of study is not so decisive as the likes of mathematics, for instance, where test scores might play a part in deciding your future. However, as you can go to cook for yourself and take care of your Pokemon to decide what to wear in the morning when you wake. I would be honored if what I have taught you serves to soothe and enrich your lives, even if only a little. The sentiment was imparted to me by Mr. Hassel and his particular outlook on such matter. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for seeing this class through to the end. Our time together has come to a close for today. Prepare to do your best on our final exam. This is our last battle, class, and don't let those energy drops before we things up. You've shown that you have more than enough knowledge to support battle. I don't know that I have much left to teach you, but we can always aim for the even greater heights. Today I'm going to teach you about the rules of link battles. Even the Pokemon participates in link battles, they can engage in their single battles, double battles with each other, and if you're planning on a group of 4, you can all battle each other in multiple battles. Now when out having battles during your independence day, you can in link battle there are special rules to keep in mind. Some of these rules are just in Pokemon's level. Now the no restriction rule lets Pokemon stay in their current level. It lets Pokemon use multiple Pokemon of the same species and multiples of the same health item too. But if you use normal rules, Pokemon will be set to level 50, regardless of what level they are. Even include lower level Pokemon still give power to participate. Normal rules let you use Pokemon of the same species. The great part of the rule is that it lets any of your Pokemon participate. All they have to do is learn some good moves. Lastly, the rule is set flat rules, which mostly affect Pokemon's level 40. We'll set level 40 for the duration of the battle. The flat rules was often used in tournaments. This rule is set to not allow you to use multiple Pokemon of the same species or multiple Pokemon of the same health items. Here's a question for you. Which rules would you pick? Flat one? Looks like you were listening to the lesson. You got some clever stats that you could level high Pokemon for. Your best bet is to... Of course, you can choose no restriction if you battle with anyone at any level. You never said this for flat rules. I know normal one's not it, but you never said anything for flat rules. You just said it was tournament legal and all that stuff. You never mentioned this. That's a pretty good rule set for when you... In conclusion, normal rules adjust Pokemon to level 50. Flat rules lets lower Pokemon at an extra level. No, that's no restrictions. You kind of lied again. I hope you'll use these tips to have some exciting... I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice, but I guess we're truly out of time. Next time will be our final aim for the perfect score. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday is now part of history. Today's our last test, so I would like to unravel the marvels of history that experienced it one last time. In our last class, I taught you about Area Zero, expedition 200 years ago, correct? 200 years is not that long ago, not that long at all. How fortunate our history lessons must march so ambitiously towards the future. Would it be not more adventurous to march towards the past instead, to start our present and study history in reverse? So you do. However, I'm afraid I risk incurring the wrath of our... I suppose I have no choice but to let the flow of time carry us towards the future. In the last class, I shall fill your mind with the history of the terrestrial phenomenon. The technology behind the terror orbs had its origin in Area Zero. Even after Area Zero expedition supposedly reached the crater's deepest depth, others continued to explore that area. Around 140 years ago, Pokemon's cloaks with mysterious light were discovered there. As you may have already guessed, they were in the fact terrestrialized Pokemon. However, when those discovered these Pokemon brought them out of the light faded and the terrestrial phenomenon remained a mystery for quite some time. However, 10 years ago, that might as well be present day. A certain someone who you have definitely heard of unraveled this mystery. What timing on that? Where's the name of the person who won? He's just dead, isn't he? This is 10 years ago. Sada, right? Yeah. Correct. A new transfer to our academy could quickly answer this question. You might be very diligent in your studies. 10 years ago, a professor named Sada unraveled the mysteries of the terrestrial phenomenon. She discovered that a shining crystal down in Area, or rather, that is what causes Pokemon to terrestrialize. This led the professor to invent Terra Orb technology and to develop a practical use for it. This technology was then shared with both the Pokemon League and our academy. Rumor has it that Dr. Clavel was one of the researchers of the professor's team. Alas, this story is much less exciting now that someone we all know appears in it. Modern history truly is dull, isn't it? Thus ends my history class. Our next session will be our final exam. Bring the wonders of history to the foremost of your mind in preparation. Which will be next stream. You're not gonna hurt me. This cunning Pokemon hides under the covert darkness. Stay in there. It controls its body temperature well. It enables it to freeze the moisture in the air around the green. Nice. Gotcha. This species, the terror. This species left the ocean and began flying on land in a very long time. It seemed to have flubber. Guppy. Guppy. It said that several snowbirds gather under giant leaves and live together in harmony. Snowcap. Cryogonal. Cryogonal appears during cold season. It's said that people and Pokemon who die on snowy mountains are reborn as these Pokemon. Many of the species can be found along the shorelines of Korea. It says a cub who lacks dangling snout, there is a chance it is sick. Oh, you're dead. Salzbuck. It said that Salzbucks are calm and easy to tame but during the season. Salzbuck. Guess I wasn't wild enough. Oh, you're dead. Burger was caught. They live in mountainous region in the frigid cold. On rare occasions, they ride on the back. This thing is probably weak as hell. Folks, Operation Starfool are finally making a... You know what that means. Time for us to shine bright and avenge your teammates. Shooters, no? If you 10 minutes about some my team, you're worthy to meet in person. Face me now, huh? So you're the... Okay. Talk about underwhelming. I was expecting someone, I don't know, a little more beefed up. But whatever, I don't care who you are. No one, not like I'm... Anyway, if you think fairy types are all about cuteness, you're a nasty part. Well, we do know they're the best types in this tournament, so... We haven't enough to pursue those, right? I'm worried for one thing that I'm worried about. And that is that car having fire moves. Okay, I've been playing with Zoom around. I don't think Zoom was hurt me now. Oh wow, you are so doing this. Oh. Ooh. Roll. finally leveled up. This is a trick question, because that's a final item. If he's hitting a final, I don't want to be able to do 5 times effective. So I'm going to use a strategy a bit quickly. I'm going to... Here's the thing. I'll keep my stab, but the problem, I'm not risking with this thing from doing it. If he's going to find one, at least I'll have my shield stab, but I don't want to be 2 times weakness, so I'll just take whatever it hits me with. I know the room has a fire attack, so I'm just gonna... Okay, good. Die. Not bad. Dude, what the heck? The toy car didn't budge an inch, huh? Hey, babe. I told you, it's not a toy, it's called a Starmobile. I was up all night building it. The problem clearly is that we're not giving it enough juice. You designed a thing to be powered by 2 Cardacat, but it's just too heavy. It's just the same. I wanted to see the looks on those bullies' faces once we got it moving. I'm sorry, I really thought it would work. Come, good fellow. 'Tis no occasion for melancholy. Why to make such a remarkable contraption by thy own hand? Genius, thy name is Ortega. Very well. There is no point if it doesn't work, is there? If all that effort was have 0 payoffs, it would have just asked Mother to buy a car for us. See, this is why people don't take you seriously. You say stupid things, you know that? Well, cool with it, how about, yeah, no. I mean, we even put this in the code for crying out loud. When we start teaming, we swore to quit relying on parents or bags of cash to fix our problems for us. Did you forget? If that hunk of junk doesn't move, get it moving. If we're short on juice, just crank up the power to now. Don't take a genius. At least for you, say Mela. Do you have an actual plan? Yeah, I'm going to train my Cardat and have him evolve. The boosted firepower will get a Starmobile moving with no sweat. By that hour of operation, Star 9 in hand, we should see in time. I'll get it done. Wait. You know Mela shoots her mouth an awful lot, but she does mean well, you know. Sucks. This sucks. I hate myself for losing, but I can't get over how awesome you were in that battle. And any of us squad battles are defeated, that means we have to step down, and goes against our code, would make me a traitor to the team. I have no choice anyway, so take the badge already. You better treat it with the respect it deserves. I'm not done yet. Here's my favorite TM2. Oh, Dazzling Gleam, not bad. Not pretty good. Just so you know, you are the worst, like the most important. Yeah, but I get it. You're a superstar. I'll admit that much. You even busted up my Starmobile. Young Master Ortega, Mr. Harrington. I guess it's time for my piano lesson, huh? As it happens, you lost my boss. I just lost my boss, so I'm good to head home. Actually, a different matter brought to me. There's something I would like you to meet. He's a distant acquaintance of mine. The name's Clive. Okay, what's your business here? I want you to tell me something. You're the son of the wealthy family and heir to the major apparel company. So why you chose a group like that? What a question to ask someone you've just met. Well, the answer is the same as everyone else here. It's because I was being bullied. So the academy really did used to have an issue with bullying. Who would have guessed, right? The school is all rainbows and butterflies these days. All the bullies from back then don't even go to the academy anymore. Why? What happened to them? As the former director of the academy, I believe I'm best pointed to answer that question. About 18 months, the members of Team Star confronted the students who used to bully them, and alternation broke out between the groups. Though it did not escalate into a major incident, the altercation nonetheless caused a scandal of hitherto unknown proportion. As a result of what occurred that day, the students who had been perpetrated with the bullying dropped out of the academy one after another. There aren't any records of that anywhere in the academy. No, I should imagine not. My former deputy deleted all the records of the incident, you see. Why would you? Just as I was puzzling over how best to deal with the Team Star in the afternoon incident, a certain student came to me to see me. This student declared that they would take all responsibility for the team's action. In exchange, they requested that I ignorate the other students of Team Star for any blame. I accepted the request and agreed to take disciplinary action against Team Star. Then I assigned 18 months of overseas studies to the students who took responsibility for the team. A year and a half of studying abroad. This was not intended as a punishment, you understand. Team Stars were the victims after all. I wanted the students to take some time to rest, so I had them return home to the Gala region. Around that time, however, the former deputy director took it upon himself to erase all the traces of the incidents from the... It appears his intent was to shield himself from any blame, so he tried to cover up the whole thing. After we discovered what he had done, I dealt him appropriately, of course, but the inability of myself and the rest of the teaching staff to prevent this terrible act also represented a grave blunder on our part. I accepted the blame and then I lay on my feet and resigned my permission as director. The rest of the teaching staff then joined me in handing in their notices. So that's why the current teachers were all brought in a year and a half ago. I understand my actions have caused a great deal of trouble. You have my sincere apologies. How could you suddenly decide to talk about this now? Team Stars cannot carry on it in its current fashion. I merely wish to give you a chance to chart a better course. There is no way I'm abandoning my friends and going to school without them, not after we've come this far. Your friends in Team Star must mean a great deal. Isn't that obvious? It's 'cause, you know, they're my greatest treasure in the world. Ortega's star badge is now yours. I see. With its boss known in the Rupka squad, it's its... Now Ortega 2? Sorry, I got a lot on my mind right now. So Operation Starfall, you're taking down all but 2 bases, so it's fair to say it's going well. It seems like a good time to let you know what we're ultimately aiming to achieve. Our final goal is to defeat the mastermind that first recruited the 5 squad bosses and create the Team Star. They, the one they called the Big Boss. Who knows? They control the 5 squad bosses from the shadows. That's all anyone can say. If we defeat this person and get them to declare the team is winning, that'll be it for Team Star. Since the Big Boss never set up their own base and kept their identity, I take it they're not one for the spotlight. But once all the squad bosses are out of action, the Big Boss finally have to take the stage. Now about your reward. I transfer some LP over to your phone as promised. Not much, but... Have your Pokemon learned strong moves so that they can continue to use operation? My supplies unit has set... That, sounds like a pretty serious phone call. I wasn't talking to you. He's dead. Oh no, Penny killed him! That mastermind you're talking about mentioned them to me. The Team Star founder, the person who caused all Cosmetics Academy. If we don't take them down, I'll lose what I've treasured most of this world. No, I just... That's right, you need your reward. Here, take... Alright, I'll be off then. Okay. Don't lose to those guys.